Euronymous ran down a flight of stairs and stopped to call the neighbor's doorbell. He quickly realized that I had come after him, so he continued to flee down the stairs, knocking on the walls, trying to call the doorbells of the neighbors as he ran past them and screaming for help. I stabbed him 3 or 4 times in his left shoulder as he ran. That was the only part I could hit while we were running anyhow. He then stumbled and broke a lamp on the wall, probably with his head or arm, and fell into the glass fragments in his underwear. I ran past him and waited. Snorri was still upstairs, and I had no idea how he would react to all of this. Perhaps it was a setup and he was in on it. Perhaps he too would attack me. I didn't know. When Snorre came running, he looked very scared, and I just let him run straight past me. I realized he was not a part of this, so I asked him if he was okay, because he certainly didn't look okay. By then, Euronymous was back on his feet. He looked resigned and said, "It's enough." But then he tried to kick me again, and I finished him off by thrusting the knife through his skull, through his forehead, and he died instantaneously. The eyes turned around in his head, and a moan could be heard as he emptied his lungs when he died. He fell down to a sitting position, but the knife was stuck in his head, so I held him up as I held onto the knife. When I jerked the knife from his skull, he fell forward and rolled down a flight of stairs like a sack of potatoes, making enough noise to wake up the whole neighborhood. It was a noisy metal staircase. This might sound like an hard way to kill him, but my knife was very small, and it was only pointed. The blade was not sharp, it was so blunt, I wouldn't have been able to cut a tomato into with it without crushing it instead. The only way to kill him quickly with that knife would be to pierce his heart or skull. In fact, I would have been able to kill him much easier and quicker had I not had a knife at home, and instead had just beat him to death. The only reason I had pulled a knife was because he was trying to, and I figured it would be fair that I had a knife too. Although the knife I had wasn't much,